As the clock ticks toward the endgame, the Stranger Things Season 5 trailer delivers everything fans hoped for: intensity, nostalgia, and the looming threat of Vecna's return. But amid the excitement, one glaring issue has fans raising eyebrows yet again: the continued presence of a character who should be long gone. As Stranger Things gears up for its Season 5 ending, this mistake threatens to undermine the emotional weight of the past season and raise serious questions about how Stranger Things handles death and consequence. Netflix has finally dropped the long-awaited Stranger Things Season 5 trailer, and while fans were quick to obsess over the chilling visuals and long-teased face-offs, one subtle moment has sparked a wave of confusion and controversy. For a split second, you see something weird, and it's not from the upside down. It's Billy Hargrove's tombstone. At first glance, it may seem like just another somber reminder of his tragic demise in Season 3. But eagle-eyed fans noticed something totally wrong: the name on the tombstone isn't the same as the one they showed before. This small but glaring change not only disrupts continuity, it also raises serious questions about how much attention is being paid to the emotional weight of past storylines. Is it just a mistake, or is it a hint about something else? With the show ending, everyone's looking at every little detail, and this one might be a big deal. At the 48-second mark of the newly released Season 5 trailer, a somber close-up shows Max, who is portrayed by Sadie Sink, sitting in front of her stepbrother's grave. The tombstone says Billy Hargrove, with his birth and death dates. But, wait a sec. In Season 4, the headstone said William Hargrove. The inconsistency may seem small, but for a show known for its meticulous attention to detail, and for fans deeply invested in every character's arc, this continuity slip is raising eyebrows. Do you think it's just a mistake, or is there something more going on here? Even in death, Billy Hargrove is still making waves in Hawkins, and now, across the Stranger Things fandom. What all started as a quiet inconsistency in early promotional material for Season 4 has now resurfaced with new weight thanks to the recently released Season 5 trailer, and fans are once again sounding the alarm. In a deeply emotional moment from the teaser, where Max Mayfield is sitting at her stepbrother's grave, which is supposed to show how much his death in the Season 3 finale still messes her up. But something's off. The name on the tombstone reads Billy Hargrove, a subtle yet striking deviation from what audiences saw in Season 4, where the headstone clearly read William Hargrove. It might seem like a small mistake to some people, but the die-hard fans remember that this same thing happened during the Season 4 promos, which featured both name variants in different shots, fueling early theories and sparking debate. Now that the inconsistency has reappeared in official footage for the final season, it's reigniting conversations about whether it's simply a behind-the-scenes oversight, or if the creative team is quietly rewriting a piece of Billy's story. Portrayed by Dacre Montgomery, Billy died heroically during the chaos of the Starcourt Mall attack, sacrificing himself to save Eleven and the others from the Mind Flayer. His story and death left a deep scar on Max, whose guilt and grief became central to her journey in Season 4, even drawing the attention of Vecna, who preyed on her emotional vulnerability. Since memory, identity, and trauma are big deals in the show, every little thing counts, and fans are wondering why this one keeps changing. The mystery deepens with the realization that this isn't the first time Stranger Things has blurred the lines between Billy and William Hargrove. The tombstone shot in the Season 5 teaser. Not new at all. It's a slightly changed version of a scene from the Season 4 promos. Netflix even included it in the teaser unveiled at the Tudum Global Fan event, doubling down on the inconsistency. Season 4 trailers showed the gravestone with both Billy and William, so the post-production team either did it on purpose or changed it last minute for marketing. When you look closely, it wasn't a quick edit. They used two different tombstone props during filming. This points to a deliberate choice at the production level, likely made to emphasize familiarity, as Billy is how the character was known to audiences. But switching between versions has accidentally made things confusing and raised questions about the story and the character's history, especially for a show that's all about feelings and a complicated plot. As the Stranger Things fandom pours over every frame of the newly released Season 5 teaser, one subtle inconsistency has sparked more questions than answers, and Netflix, along with series creators the Duffer Brothers, remains completely silent. The name on Billy Hargrove's tombstone keeps changing between Billy and William in different trailers and episodes, and nobody's explained why. But that hasn't stopped people from going nuts with theories, trying to figure out if it means something. Some think it's not a mistake at all, but a hint that the last season will mess with alternate timelines, messed up memories, or even hallucinations because of Max's trauma after almost dying in Season 4. Her connection to Billy, both in life and in death, has always been a haunting, emotional thread, one that Vecna himself exploited, and the gravestone's inconsistency could symbolize the blurred line between reality and perception in Max's grief-stricken mind. Others take a more grounded approach, suggesting the shift from William to Billy is simply a calculated marketing decision. Billy is what everyone knew him as, so putting that on the tombstone would make the emotional connection hit home, especially for people who aren't super into the show. Whether it's a layered narrative device or a practical branding choice, the lack of clarification has only intensified fan theories and fueled renewed discussions about memory, trauma, and how even the smallest visual detail in Stranger Things might carry more meaning than meets the eye. Billy is actually a common nickname for William, just like Will is, and this seemingly minor detail may hold the key to a much larger creative decision made by the Duffer Brothers early in the series. With two main characters both named William, William Byers and William Hargrove, it's easy to see how things could get confusing, especially with a big cast, different timelines, and a complicated plot. Saying William for both of them in the show would be awkward and could mess up the feelings we have for each of their stories. So, the creators likely took a practical route, giving William Byers the shortened, soft-spoken Will, which aligns with his quiet, introspective nature, and assigning William Hargrove the more aggressive, alpha-style Billy, which better fits his bold and often abrasive personality. This small change helped them be different people even though they had the same name. It's a smart way to avoid confusion without changing who the characters are. However, this solution also led to a little hiccup in Season 4 and now again in Season 5, in which Billy Hargrove's gravestone sometimes has his full name, and other times, just his nickname. It's a small detail, but it means a lot, not just for the continuity nerds, but for how we feel about characters whose names bring up memories, pain, and family history. So, whether the name on Billy Hargrove's tombstone is a mistake, a marketing thing, or a clever storytelling trick, it shows how much people really care about Stranger Things. Every frame, every line, and every gravestone becomes a clue to something deeper, or at least a spark for discussion. As the show gets ready to end, these little details feel even more important, especially in a story about memory, who you are, and dealing with loss. Whether we call him William or Billy, he still matters a lot to Max and the whole show. His impact is still there, just like his name on that stone, no matter what it says. If you liked Dacre Montgomery as Billy, like this video and subscribe for more Stranger Things content with us on Strangers Freaks.